Good morning, everyone, and welcome for today's lecture. In the last lecture, we started the unit number 5, that is network function. So, according to Triple P, we have covered what will be the syllabus for this unit, what will be the objective or outcome of this unit, what is the meaning of title of this unit or chapter, we can say. Then central idea and importance of this chapter, why we are learning this chapter. After that, we have seen the course objective and outcome at the end of learning of this unit, what you are getting. Okay, so all those points we have covered in the last lecture, as well as the prerequisites required for this unit, that is some formulas regarding the Laplace transform. So we have covered all those points before starting the actual syllabus of this unit. So today we are going to start the first point from this unit, that is the concept of complex frequency. So based on this, there will be a four mark question as a theory question they are asking in the university question paper. So this question number of times asked in the university question paper. So mark as a IMP question for theory question. So the questions will be like this: write a short note on complex frequency. Explain the concept of complex frequency like this. Okay, so be prepared this theoretical question from this unit. Only two theoretical questions will be possible from this unit, that is first is the complex frequency and second one will be what is the poles and zeros, and explain or state the significance of poles and zeros. हे दोन important theoretical questions या युनिट मधून विचारले जातात. So we will start that point, concept of complex frequency. Okay, so the linear differential equation LD already covered in the M3. So that part we require somewhat here. Now consider the differential equation and whose solution. Okay, we will start with the solution. The solution of linear differential equation or differential equation, we can say, for the network is given by I of t is equal to kn into e raised to Sn into t. Okay, so when we are getting the Laplace to inverse Laplace, we can say. Okay, so at that S means S domain. Okay, so here Sn is nothing but a complex frequency or complex number which denotes, which defines, which express the S domain. So S domain is called as what? Laplace domain. Okay, जसं frequency domain असतो, time domain असतो, तसंच S domain. So S domain we can call it as what? The Laplace transform domain. So it is, we can consider as a complex number here. So I of t is the current. It may be V of t, it may be I of t, anything that is called as what? Response. The response means what? Either current or voltage, where Kn is constant. Okay, K is the constant. So I will give the equation number as a 1. So next, where Sn is called, or Sn is a complex number, okay, which denotes the roots of equation 1. Sn काय असतो? The root of equation 1. क्वाड्रॅटिक इक्वेशन किंवा डिफरन्शियल इक्वेशन म्हणा, जिचे रूट्स तुम्हाला Sn द्वारे मिळू शकतील. So Sn is given as complex number which consisting of sigma n plus j omega n. So as it is complex number, it consisting of real part as well as imaginary part. So I will give this equation as in equation number 2, where sigma n sigma n is called real part. Sigma n is called as real part, and that is called as Napier frequency. That is called as Napier frequency. Next, omega n is called as imaginary part, and it is called as radian frequency. Radian frequency. So based on this there will be MCQ. MCQ मध्ये विचारलं जातात sigma n is called as Napier, they will give option. Radian, they will give the option. Angular frequency, they will give the option. So which is correct? Napier. So similarly they will ask for omega n. Okay, so this point, from this point we can generate the MCQ, and that already asked in the university question paper. Okay, now next, where omega n is nothing but the radian frequency, that is nothing but 2 pi fn. Okay, so fn means what? The frequency of that particular we can say signal. So fn 2 pi tn, or you can just take as a t. Okay, now next one, we will start now physical representation. Okay, so based on there will be आता रूट्स काय असणार आहे? सिंपल असणार आहे. ओके, नेक्स्ट झिरो असू शकतो, सिंपल असू शकतो, कॉम्प्लेक्स असू शकतो. So based on there will be 3 different cases are there. So that will start now. Case number 1. रूट्स काही असू शकतो ना, रूट 0 असू शकतो, रूट निगेटिव्ह असू शकतो, रूट रिअल टर्म म्हणजे रिअल टर्म मध्ये दोन्ही आलं, रिअल अँड सॉरी निगेटिव्ह अँड पॉझिटिव्ह, as well as if roots are complex number, what will happen? If roots are real number, what will happen? If root is 0, what will happen? So we will understood, we can understand this with the help of 3 different cases. Okay, so case number 1, here omega n is equal to 0. Okay, so omega n 0 म्हणजे imaginary part 0 आहे. Okay, we are talking about Sn where imaginary part present, real part and imaginary part is present. So पहिल्यातला काय घेऊया आपण? Imaginary part 0. Okay, that is omega n is equal to 0. So in that case Sn becomes only sigma n. Sn becomes only sigma n. Therefore the I of t becomes, from equation number 1, I of t becomes kn into e raised to Sn of t. So kn into e raised to Sn is replaced by sigma n into t. Okay, I will write from equation number 1. So this will consider as equation number 3. So from this equation, from above exponential function म्हणूया आपण त्याला, कारण exponential term आहे. From above exponential function, okay, so exponential function कसं होणार आहे? If I am increasing sigma n, what will happen? सिग्मा n चं व्हॅल्यू मी वाढवते, मग एक्सपोनेन्शियल फंक्शन इन्क्रीज होते का डिक्रीज होते का कॉन्स्टंट राहते? e raised to 1t, e raised to 1, e raised to 2, like this. Okay, if I am increasing the sigma n, so exponential function going to increase. Sigma n चं व्हॅल्यू जर मी वाढवलं with respect to t, so what will happen? It is going to increase exponentially. If I am going to decrease, 0 पेक्षा कमी घेतला तर तो डिक्रीज होणार, आणि 0 ठेवला तर एक्झॅक्ट 0 ठेवला तर e raised to 0 किती असतो? 1 असतो. बरोबर आहे. इथं मी जर 0 ठेवला सिग्मा n चं, तर e raised to 0 किती असतो? 1. सो ओनली kn रिमेन्स. kn म्हणजेच कॉन्स्टंट, म्हणजे करंट काय राहणार? तो कॉन्स्टंट राहणार. सो वी हॅव टू ड्रॉ द ग्राफ, अँड अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट वी हॅव टू एक्सप्लेन इट. ओके, सो मी ग्राफ करतो. ग्राफ कशाचा असणार? हू विल टेल? Hmm. What will be on x axis now? X axis means right hand side variable. आता variable कुठला येतं? T. So here T is the variable and I of T is the response किंवा output म्हणतो. ओके, T चेंज केलं की आउटपुट चेंज व्हायला पाहिजे. नाव ऍट झिरो व्हॅल्यू, आता विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू सिग्मा आपल्याला काढायचंय सिग्मा एन. सो इफ इट इज झिरो, इफ इट इज झिरो सो ओनली के एन विल बी देअर. सो के एन म्हणजे इथे एक कॉन्स्टंट घेऊया के एन. सो इट विल बी लाईक दिस. टाइम कितीही वाढवा, झिरो पासून इन्फायनाइट करा, but as sigma n is 0, it is always give you the value kn. So this is for sigma n is equal to 0. आता सिग्मा n is equal to greater than 0 घेतला तर काय होणार आहे? इट विल इन्क्रीज लाईक दिस. मिनिमम के एन राहणार आहे कॉन्स्टंट, के एन पासून स्टार्ट होणार आहे, कारण टी 0 घेतला तरी ई रेस टू 0 1 होणार, के एन राहणारच आहे. म्हणजे 0 जेव्हा टाइम असेल तेव्हा के एन व्हॅल्यू पासून स्टार्ट होणार, मग तो हा एक्सपोनेन्शियल असा होणार. So this is sigma n greater than 0. So similarly, if you are taking sigma n as a minus value or less than 0 value, so t जर 0 ठेवला तर kn पासून स्टार्ट होणार आहे, पण it is decreasing exponentially. So this is about sigma n less than 0. Less than 0 म्हणजे निगेटिव्ह व्हॅल्यू. ओके, सिग्मा एन ग्रेटर दॅन 0 म्हणजे पॉझिटिव्ह व्हॅल्यू. जर इथं सिग्मा एनचा पॉझिटिव्ह व्हॅल्यू ठेवलात आणि टी वाढवत गेलात तर तुम्हाला एक्सपोनेन्शियली पॉझिटिव्ह मिळेल इन्क्रीजिंग, आणि टी वाढवत गेलात आणि सिग्मा एन जर निगेटिव्ह ठेवलात तर एक्सपोनेन्शियली डिक्रीज होईल. Okay, so this will be the response we can say according to the value of sigma n if imaginary part is 0. Okay, so all these points we have to explain now. So here as sigma n is greater than 0, the function I of t किंवा रिस्पॉन्स म्हणा I of t increases exponentially with respect to time t. Okay, now next, second point, as sigma n is equal to 0, the function I of t becomes equal to kn, that is constant for all values of t. t कुठले घ्या, 0 पासून इन्फायनाइट, वॉट एव्हर यू कॅन टेक, इट रिमेन्स कॉन्स्टंट. I of t is equal to kn for sigma n is equal to 0. Next point, as sigma n is less than 0, that is negative, the function I of t decreases exponentially with respect to time t. टाइम जसं वाढवत जाल तसं I of t काय होणार आहे, एक्सपोनेन्शियली डिक्रीज होणार आहे. ओके, सो दिस इज द एक्सप्रेशन विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू टी. नाव नेक्स्ट वन, आता या केसमध्ये काय म्हणतो आपण, द फंक्शन I of t इज इक्वल टू के एन, जेव्हा कॉन्स्टंट राहतो त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण, वाय ऍक्सिस काय करंट आहे आणि एक्स ऍक्सिस काय टी आहे, त्या ग्राफला काय म्हणतो आपण, विच करंट, इट इज एसी और डीसी. ओनली थिंक अबाउट दिस कंडिशन, सिग्मा एन इज इक्वल टू 0, तुम्हाला दाखवतो तो ग्राफ. सो वेन सिग्मा एन इज इक्वल टू 0, दिस कॉन्स्टंट विल कम हियर. तर तो कुठला ग्राफ असतो, एसीचा असतो का डीसीचा असतो, हा, AC or DC? Yes, so it is a DC current. Okay, so it represents what, DC current. DC current when sigma n is equal to 0 and omega n is also 0. When both is equal to 0, at that time it will give the response as a DC current. Remember that. This is a special condition we can see. Now next one, case 2. Case number 2. So here in case number 2, real term is 0. आता real term sigma n 0 घ्यायचा, but imaginary term is present. So let sigma n is equal to 0. Therefore Sn is equal to 0 plus minus असतो j omega n. So what is remaining? Sn is equal to plus minus j omega n. So this is equation number 4 now. 3 completed. Now this is the 4. Now anyone can explain. So what is the now total expression I of t now from equation number 1? I of t is equal to काय येणार आता? Kn into e raised to Sn of t होता. आता Sn म्हणजेच काय? J omega n. So plus minus j omega n into t. This is equation number 5. ओके. आता इथे Sn सिग्मा n कुठंच नाही आहे, फक्त ओमेगा n आहे. सिग्मा n ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? 0 आहे. So this is exponential. Exponential we can convert into trigonometric. Anybody knows the formula? How to convert exponential into trigonometric with respect to that given formula in the equation number 5? Anyone? How to convert exponential? Yes. So what is the answer? Anyone knows? This one? Actually this is called as what? ह्याचा जर तुम्ही ग्राफ केला तर सर्क्युलर येईल. So it is cos of omega n into t plus minus j into sine of into t. Okay. So this is the actual equation. Both are we can consider the I of t. Okay. Now this is the expression now. Okay. आता तुम्ही जर ह्याचा डायग्राम काढलात cos omega n t plus j omega, as this exponential term, if you are drawing the diagram, it is considered as a phasor diagram. And phasor diagram means when you are drawing the graph, you looks like it is a circle. It is a circle whose radius is omega n into t. Whose radius is omega n into t. Okay. So we will draw that graph. Okay. So this is with respect to omega t now. This is with respect to omega t. थोडं सर्कल आलेलं नसेल, but you can understand. Now next, this will be the radius. Radius काय असते? Omega n into t. It is flowing anti-clockwise. It is flowing now anti-clockwise. So what is the unit now here? On x-axis what is there? I of t. And sorry, here t you can take. On x-axis it is I of t. And sorry, time t. And on y-axis it is I of t. X-axis ला काय येणार? With respect to time t. And y-axis it is consisting of I of t. आता जर तुम्ही if you're taking like this, both terms are present, sine as well as cos. So here you'll get the sinusoidal expression. So this is called as sine term, sine omega n into t. And if you're considering this as a real axis, इथे येणार काय येणार आता? Cos, like this. Okay. So cos of omega t. This is with respect to t. So this is the phasor diagram. ह्याला काय म्हणतात? Phasor diagram with anti-clockwise direction. Okay. आता anti-clockwise काय येणार? When it is anti-clockwise and when in both direction it will rotate. मी फक्त एकच दाखवलं anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise when it is when there will be the negative sign. Okay, anti-clockwise when it is negative, and when it is positive it will rotate in a clockwise direction. Both will be possible. Okay, so as only shown one direction, मी एकच दाखवलंय, but it is rotating in both direction, depends on the plus minus. If it is plus, it will rotate in a positive direction, that is clockwise. If it is minus, then it will rotate in a negative direction, that is anti-clockwise. Okay, so we will start to explain these all points. So first of all, the exponential term from equation number 5, the exponential term, that is e raised to plus minus j omega n into t, may be interpreted, म्हणजेच described, okay, or expressed, interpreted in terms of rotating phasor of unit length. Unit length म्हणजे ज्याचा युनिट 1 सेंटीमीटर, 1 मीटर, 1 millimeter. So that is called as what? Unit length. Now next one, again there will be two cases, plus जेव्हा असतो आणि मायनस जेव्हा असतो त्याच्यावरनं. A positive sign of e raised to plus j omega n into t gives I of t rotates in clockwise direction, and negative sign of e raised to minus j omega into t gives I of t rotates in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so this is the explanation of this point. Now next one, so here we can say when we are taking the positive, it will give the sinusoidal, as we know that from equation number 5. So we can consider this equation into trigonometric, that is sine as well as cos. जर पॉझिटिव्ह असेल तर साइन, निगेटिव्ह असेल तर कोसाइन. Okay, so next point, that will be the case number 3. काय असू शकेल केस नंबर 3? Who will guess? What will be the case number 3 now? केस नंबर 1 मध्ये काय होतं? केस नंबर 1 मध्ये काय होतं? सिग्मा एन 0. केस नंबर ओमेगा एन 0. केस नंबर 2 मध्ये सिग्मा एन 0. आता इथं काय असू शकेल केस नंबर 3 मध्ये? नो. देन व्हॉट इज द यूज? So case number 3 means no, both are present. Okay, both are non-zero. That will be the case number 3. So both are the non-zero. Sigma n is not equal to 0 and omega n is also not equal to 0. So Sn becomes sigma n plus minus j omega n. So I of t becomes kn into e raised to I will write combine sigma n plus minus j omega n into t. So this is equation number 6. So when both are present, that is both are non-zero, at that time what will happen? So we can write, ह्याला आपण डिवाइड काय म्हणतो आपण फॅक्टराइज करू शकतो, kn into e raised to sigma n into t into e raised to plus minus j omega n into t. So this is equation number 7 now. So what I did, exponential जे प्लस मायनस झालं होतं ना ते डिवाइड केलं, okay, into two parts. This is one exponential term, this is another exponential term. So two exponential terms are present here. म्हणजे ह्याचं काय आहे दोघांचं प्रॉडक्ट. सो इट इज हिअर प्रॉडक्ट. या दोघांचं जर प्रॉडक्ट काढलात तर काय तुम्हाला येईल, यू आर गेटिंग द रोटेटिंग फेजर. सो आय विल ड्रॉ दॅट रोटेटिंग फेजर. सो कसा फिरणार तो, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द व्हॅल्यूज ऑफ ओमेगा एन किंवा प्लस मायनस वरनं. Okay, it is. So what is the difference here now? So this is I of t. This is with x on x-axis it is t, y-axis I of t. So here it is a rotating phasor म्हणतोय आपण त्याला. So rotating phasor, but radius is not constant. रेडियस कॉन्स्टंट आहे का नाही, कंटिन्युअसली चेंज होणार आहे. इथं रेडियस वेगळा आहे, इथं वेगळा, इथं वेगळा, इथं वेगळा. So continuously what will happen, the radius will get change. So this is due to what, आता हे पॉझिटिव्ह आहे का निगेटिव्ह आहे, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द प्लस मायनस. इट इज रोटेटिंग नाव हाऊ, इन अ क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन. तो क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन उलट पण काढू शकता तुम्ही, असंही काढू शकता, दॅट इज इन अँटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन. सो बोथ आय विल ड्रॉ. So how it is rotating now, in this direction. Okay, so this is again I of t on x y axis, and on x axis it is t. So this is called as a rotating phasor. So it is moving clockwise and it is moving anti-clockwise. So it depends on the plus minus. The plus असेल तर clockwise, minus असेल तर anti-clockwise. Understood? So sigma n into t. Okay, so it depends on the values of sigma n and omega n, the radius will get changed. Understood? So here the case number 1 and case number 2 we can say. आता ह्याच्यामध्ये केस नंबर 1 आणि केस नंबर 2 ठेवूया. सिग्मा एन जर here small I will take sigma n if it is 0. ओके, आता इथं काय होणार आहे, या दोन्ही केस मध्ये सिग्मा एन तुम्हाला काय घ्यावं लागेल, 0. सिग्मा एन जर 0 घेतला आणि ओमेगा एन जर प्रेझेंट असेल तर तुम्हाला या टाईपचं एक्सप्रेशन मिळेल. आता नेक्स्ट सिग्मा एन इज लेस दॅन 0 असेल, लेस दॅन 0 असेल तर तुम्हाला काय मिळणार, डॅम्प्ड सोल्युशन्स. ओके, सो डॅम्प्ड सोल्युशन किंवा काय म्हणूया आपण, दोन पार्ट करूया. सिग्मा एन इज लेस दॅन 0, सिग्मा एन इज ग्रेटर दॅन 0. सो हिअर we are getting the response that is called as damped oscillation, and here it is undamped oscillation. Understood? So this is the overall the concept of complex frequency. This is the overall the concept of complex frequency. So any doubt in this there? So this much you have to write for 4 marks. So you have to start with what? What will be the current equation I of t? So what will be the Sn? Then you have to consider all 3 cases, case number 1, case number 2 and case number 3. Okay, purely theoretical question. Any doubt now? Hello? Hmm?